What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Idiot's Corner. Another crazy, are they for reals? Really? This just came out this morning. Spider-Man may develop a crush on this Avenger in the MCU. And I'm like, who could they be talking about? I knew it was going to be another plot to get us to come on board with their other decisions. Let's just read this. Spider-Man and Mary Jane go together like peanut butter and jelly. Their names beg to be uttered in the same sentence. For the two can't live apart in any capacity. However, the MCU has already adjusted this age-old narrative, turning Mary Jane into a token character. Turning Mary into Michelle and Jane into Jones for Zendaya's MJ. Yet, this is not the only romantic plotline destined to unfold in Peter Parker's on-screen life. Let's see. Based on comic book history as well as the fallout of events in Avengers Endgame, we have reason to believe that the upcoming Spider-Man and/or Avengers installment may find Peter Parker crushing on one of the most powerful women in the galaxies. Scarlet Witch? No, I don't think that's what they're talking about. Rumor has it that Tom Holland's Peter Parker will appear in Captain Marvel, and based on his starstruck reaction to the heroine in Endgame, we may just find Peter Parker developing a schoolboy crush on the Savior. The Savior? What is wrong with these people? However, we may have to rely on... I'm sorry, I lost my place. However, we have more to rely on than just a brief Endgame interaction. Peter Parker and Carol Danvers dated in the comics. As we have come to learn, Kevin Feige and the others over at Marvel Studios do not replicate the comic books exactly. You can say that again. They add their political agendas in there, and they tokenize characters. Rather, the comic books are used as inspiration. They are viewed as a loose guide when it comes to the MCU. Certain stories cannot plausibly be transferred, and I get that. Certain stories you cannot plausibly transfer, especially the way they've already set it up. Others would present legal issues, and others would not fit within the already developed filmic landscape. Considering Peter Parker is quite young in the MCU, it would be inappropriate for the movie to place Parker and Captain Marvel in a romantic relationship. However, as a nod to the film's comic book origins, they may just show him crushing on the incredible Captain Marvel, as we got this covered suggest. So what, is Spider-Man into older women with the personality of a generic cereal box? This is ridiculous. They're just doing anything they can to get us to like Captain Marvel. That's what they want. They want everyone to just like Captain Marvel and accept it and move on. And I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think anything they do is going to make people like Captain Marvel. They overpower her. They would have to almost redesign the whole character. So to get people to like her, they're going to have to bring her powers back down somehow. So they'll probably do what they just did in the comic book, where she gets a chip in her that makes her less powerful. It's the only way that people are going to like her. She's just way overpowered. She's got no personality. I don't know what they're going to do to fix that. She's just not a good character, and they're really trying to make it work for whatever reason. They have so many characters out there that they could use that they're ignoring for whatever reason and sticking to Captain Marvel. I think it's a pride thing with Kevin Feige. I think he's like, you know what? We need to make this work. And I don't get it. I don't get why they need to make this work. Anyways, how Captain Marvel and Spider-Man's comic past will play out in the MCU. In Endgame, Carol Danvers took the gauntlet from Peter Parker, and the character was quite awestruck. Really? Maybe it was the haircut. If Kevin Feige is truly the mastermind we know him to be, and he's not, this was the first hint of the dynamic destined to develop between the two. That is, until Peter's awe slowly dissipates. I did not think he was in awe. I mean, maybe that is the thing they're going for. I don't know what he would be in all of. They're trying to. They wouldn't put it past me that they're going to do this, but I think that these guys are trying to make something out of that situation. That's not there, out of that little scene. That's not there. I don't think this is going to happen. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. I hope this doesn't happen. I think that they're already using Spider-Man to fix a lot of their mistakes. They're using people's love of Spider-Man to kind of clean up some of the other crap they've done. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think anything they do at this point is going to bring back Captain Marvel. And I think they just need to let it go. I think they just need to let her die off. It seems like they're not too concerned with. You would think the money thing would drive them to develop better characters, but maybe they're under the impression that people are getting sick of these superhero movies, so they need to stir up this controversy to get people into them. Maybe they know what's going to happen after. They knew what was going to happen after Endgame. There was going to be a die-off. People were like kind of done with it for a little while. So instead, now they're trying to take another route of stirring up some controversy, bringing in these characters nobody wants, so people argue about them, and then other people watch it just to spite. And that's the only thing I can think of, because it doesn't make any financial sense why they're taking. I mean, comic books have been around for a long time, and most comic book fans have been reading them, religiously. And I think the only reason they kind of stopped in the comic book world and it died out was because of the direction they took comics, because of that liberal ideology that they're putting into newer comic books. And I don't understand why they wouldn't see from that, hey, this isn't working, this formula is not working, let's stick to what works. And instead they're doubling down on it and putting it into the cinematic universe. It's like this agenda is more important than anything. They're pushing this political ideology is more important than the success of these movies, the success of I mean, that's what it seems like. If you did it in the comic books and it didn't work, and you brought these characters into comic books and they're not working, why put them in the cinematic universe? I don't get that. I don't understand what this could be doing for them. If anybody else would like to chime in and let me know why they're doing this, what you think, please leave it in the comments. Please like and subscribe. I'm not going to read this whole thing. Let me know what you think about them getting together. Let me know if you think it's going to happen. Like and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, thank you.